my friends, to the Coliseum. GrizzlyMantes here, and we have a fun little contender today. I know. I almost called it Esper-ish, but it's essentially Mono White Esper. I mean, is there any way to look at it? I mean, we take two cards out of this equation, and we are essentially just playing Mono White. But I saw this list, I just was like, you know what? We got to give it a try. So a lot of the Mono White players here, Hopeful Initiate, Luminarch Aspirant, all your favorites. Thalia, especially fantastic right now. Brutal Cathar. I mean, this is one of the best removal spells in Standard, because, of course, it's a beast. I mean, we don't really have to go over too much here. Elite Spellbinder, Adeline, Wandering Emperor. That's the package. That's the Mono White core. Now, all we have to do is skew the mana base in completely crazy ways. And what does it reward us with? We get Raffine, the Scheming Seer. If you haven't seen this in action, we've seen it in a couple videos against it. I haven't actually played with it yet. It is fabulous. You got a 1/4 for 3 with flying and ward 1. Whenever you attack, target attacking creature, connives X, where X is the number of attacking creatures. Obviously, Mono White is a go-wide strategy, but even if you're only attacking with a few things, the ability to connive 2 or 3, being able to filter through your draws and find exactly what you need, it is beautiful. Not to mention, of course, when you connive and discard non-land cards, the creatures get bigger. So Raffine has shown himself to be amazing. Himself, herself, itself. I think there's a beard. I'll go with himself. Itself. I mean, it's a sphinx, so yeah. Shown itself to be a pretty amazing staple, and sliding it into Mono White just seems perfect. But also, we aren't just butchering our mana base just for Mr. Raffine. We have the Obscura Interceptor. This is a fabulous card. As a tempo lover, this card is just like a wet dream. So for 4 mana, you get a 3/1 with Flash and Lifelink. Lifelink is so critical in this aggressive metagame. However, when it enters the battlefield, it connives. Of course, draw a card, discard a card. When it connives this way, return up to 1 target spell to its owner's hands. Very reminiscent of things like Remand and Vesper, Shaper Savant. Fabulous card. It's a tempo play. We've seen it used against us. They tap out, you know, they're building up to their Meat Hook Massacre. They're building up to their Planeswalker. They're building up to something crazy like that. Boom. You have this open board, you have this open hand. They go all in on something and you go, didn't say the magic word. And back to the hand it goes. It may seem simple, but that tempo play alone can just offset the entire game. Especially if it was something like a Meat Hook Massacre, Blood on the Snow, Doomscar, anything to reset the board. Or anything to bring parity to their side of the board. Interceptor, mwah, mwah. Ever since the days of Mystic Snake, I've loved 4-drops with Flash that do crazy things that interact with the opponent. Mystic Snake, oh man, I just forgot about the 3/2 Frilled Mystic. I mean, they're just all fabulous. I mentioned Venser, Shaper Savant, so this gives Mono White 2 things. One, I mean, we already know Mono White has reach. However, it's more reach with Raffine because not only do we have evasion, but we have the ability to grow and filter. It gives us card draw and card filtering. I guess I shouldn't say draw, but definitely filtering, which is a very important thing to have. And it gives us interaction. Mono White is a phenomenal deck because it is so linear. You play your aggressive creatures, you turn them sideways until your opponent is just poof, gone. However, as we've seen in our videos, especially yesterday with the Mono Black one, if mono removal.deck just continues to barf sweepers, and in this metagame it is very much a thing that happens a lot because there's a ton of sweepers out there, eventually you just die. You just die. But if you could just put a little kink in their chain of sweepers and offset the tempo, it's monstrous. Now, you may say it's win more. Yeah, maybe, because obviously Mono White has a very high win rate, but still. I mean, it's an excuse to play a pretty sweet deck. So that's what we got. I will go ahead. I'm going to try to make it a habit to remember that the untapped.gg stats, I will go over those stats at the end after the video. So definitely hit up that hit up that at the end if that's what you want to see. We'll see how it looks at the end and how it paired against certain decks. Also, taking aside before we get started, if you like what I do, please feel free to like and subscribe. Oops. Oh, no. There he is. Like and subscribe because, well, I love doing this, and I love doing this with you. So if you love doing it with me, hey, go ahead and let me know with a little like, a little subscribe, give me a little bit of encouragement. I love it. That being said, let's get to the games. All right, I don't know how much it's going to come through, but somebody across the street, looks like professional lawnmowers have moved in, so this one's a little slow. But it's got all the goods. We'll try it. Anyways, sorry if you can hear it. I just did a couple tests. I'm hoping it doesn't come through. I did close the curtains and try to dampen out as much of that noise as I could, but well, you know how these things go. All right, what do we got here? Ooh, lovely. thinking here we go. Elite Spellbinder, try to nip whatever they're about to do the bud. I guess Linvala's the scariest of everything. Glorious Protector, non-angel creatures, which they're all angels. That's an interesting addition. I don't like the idea of it coming in bigger, but Linvala is going to be a lot scarier. So that'll be all there. He's got to back up Gita, but if he attacks, I will 100% block. Otherwise, we're just going to start intercepting, and then we'll save Raffine for when we are actually able to. Yeah, you ain't attacking. So he's going for the flash plan, huh? Let's see, we got there. We'll just go with the white then. Sure, let's get in. It's going for the Glorious Protector. So let's see, it comes in as what, a 4/5? Tempo! Oh, what do we want? The land, or do we want the Initiate? I don't think the Initiate's going to be doing too much love here. Boop. Now he could land something. At least we know this is never going to get, it's never going to get faded. The issue comes when he can start making multiple drops in a turn, because of course the Interceptor can't do much there. Inspiring Overseer, sure. He's probably going to play the second Gita, I imagine. Or he's going to hold up Fading Hope. Plays the second Gita. Yeah, he's going to. It comes in as a 4/4. It's definitely not the worst play ever. But of course, leaves him vulnerable. Ah, he's not going for it. Okay, so we got a 4/2 against a... I say we just... let's do this. If he goes for... Otherwise, we can go Raffine. And just attack and see what happens. He's got the Fading Hope. We can't forget that. Let's start with the land here. See, we got black, we got blue there. So, see, we attack with both. He could just block, and then Fading Hope one, and then we can Raffine, or just hold up the Interceptor for next turn. I think I like that plan. Let's, yeah, let's see what happens when we attack. Land drop. We're not going to need double black. We have double black. But we won't need triple black, so... Let's see what happens, shall we? At the very least, we're going to gain some life here. He just goes... Well, I mean, we're not going to Wandering Emperor unless we have to. Okay. Just trading. It's fine with me. Now, we could go Wandering Emperor, and we could attempt to save our creatures, but just doesn't seem worth it here. I'd rather just wipe his board. It really devalues his Gita, and then we'll just end the turn there. Nothing else to do. Go with the Interceptor plan. Just end of turn Interceptor, untap Raffine, and go from there. Oh, what cost that much? Gita, Font of Hope, with 3 mana left over. Sure. Interesting. Three mana left over? I want a Wandering Emperor, just make the 2/2 just to get the Fading Hope out of the way. I'm thinking yes. Feel the energy of battle. Okay. Alright, well, I guess we'll just start with the obvious part here. Well, actually, let's see. It's 3 left over. Let's play this guy on blue. Let's just go ahead and get in there. I should be more aggressive with my Raffine, but I'm really trying to make this Interceptor do its work. Just gonna target the Hopeful Initiate. Again, we're trying to bait out this Faded Hope. Fading Hope. Fading, whatever. That's all for me. It's funny, this just looks like Esper Aggro. This doesn't even look like the, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That costs 5, that costs 9. See, we're at a point where he can't double spell yet, which is great. That seems interesting. And by interesting, I mean fine.
You're going to rest in pieces.
Clever. Clever. You're going to rest in pieces. What's he going for here? The Glorious Protector is really interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Yeah, you gotta tap that for mana. Yep. What we got? Ooh, Limbala. Shield of... Let's see. Did he play a land yet this turn? Not sure, but this is a good chance to make a move. We don't want to discard the Raffine, so... I do not believe he played the land yet. Ooh, that's a tough one. Get rid of the Glorious Protector. Nah. Boop. Play the land, replay it, but then he's tapped out. And then we got Raffine on the board, and we can start attacking. Voila. Comes in as a 4/4 though, but oh nope, he's not giving in. All right. Well, who's gonna get the counter? I imagine. Gotta deal with this Fading Hope.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Probably gonna put the counters on whatever I put the counters on. He is most likely whatever I target with it. He's going to, I imagine, Fading Hope. So let's probably aim at the Hopeful Initiate, or he might just hit it. Sure. Hey, that works too. Sure. It bounces back to my hand. I don't have double blue. Oof, that's a punt. Alright, well then. That's a bit of a punt. I can't replay it. Cycling this is pointless, so we'll just end the turn. We'll hold it to hold priority. That way, maybe he thinks something else is going on here. Unfortunately, the Wandering Emperor does bite the dust here. But now he can double spell, which is, again, annoying, but hey, that's life.
That's that.
Guess that's that. Let's try to find a Brutal Cathar. We also have the Cave of the Frost Dragon. Ah, you gotta tap the Gita to double spell. That's gotta be obnoxious. Unless he drew some lesser drops here. Yep, Youthful Valkyrie. That's a good one. Yep. Anything else, kind sir? Probably gonna go with the Protector for the bigger butt. Not a punt. You're not gonna need double block. Sure. 5/5. Sure. He's at 3, so does he have another threat, or is that just dead on board? Because he can't use this. It costs 4, which reduced by 1. Oh, no, it's reduced by 2. Okay, he's not dead on board. Well, he is if I activate the Cave of the Frost Dragon. Okay. Yes. Alright, so let's see here. He's got 2 blockers. We just activate Cave. He can bounce 1, block 2, and then die because he's at 3. Sure. Seems obvious enough. If it doesn't work out, we got plenty of time to try again. Bounce 1, block, block. Let us see what happens. And the other 2? Yep. Got him. And the other one? Good game, my man. Good game. That's the way it goes. Oh, yeah, look at that. This is just a mono white hand. Sure. Okay. I'll move you to the back. Good as you are. Just go Luminarch Aspirant, and then depending on what my opponent does, we can either Spellbinder or Cathar. Oh. This is gonna get interesting. Twin Blade Geist, which means we are dealing with Mazorcraft of a different variety, of course. The deck is awesome. In all fairness, I was actually gonna try the Twin Blade Geist, and then I've also got I finally got Codex Shredder, so it's like Codex Shredder is pretty sweet. Yeah, no blocks here, sir. No, nothing. What's he gonna do at instant speed? All the beef stuff is sorcery speed. It's very interesting. I imagine he's not gonna tap out for a while, so I don't think we're gonna be getting any love out of any of our stuff just yet. So let's see what's going on, shall we? If we can plug a hole in here, we might be able to do something. All right, security bypass is definitely the scariest. So that looks like it's going to be this. If he wants to tap out for it, he is more than welcome. Now, what do we want more? We have to make it so that his creatures need buffing. And I am 100% willing to trade here, so he can tap target creature and he can give protection. But other than that, he's got nothing. If he wants to tap out for this, then it'll be our opening for Brutal Cathar. If he doesn't, we'll hold up Interceptor. If he taps out for it, we may... If he just goes for it, will he? Will he? If he just gets protection from white, we'll take 2. That ain't a big deal. Actually, we'll take 4 because it's a Virtuoso. Okay, so one of our guys is going to die. One of them shall not. Now, the Conniver's the scarier of the two. We could trade both things for it, because all he has to do is give it protection from white. Or we just go block, make him tap out and use one of his spells, which I don't hate. Is that what I want to do? Let's see. Gives one of them protection, probably the Virtuoso, so it trades and the Twin Blade dies. But it takes the Spellbinder with it. Oh, he's a little impatient. Oh, yeah, poor guy. Yeah, get that protection out of the way, bro. Yep. We'll Spellbinder away something else, and then we'll have another blocker. Cool, dude. Yep. Who could have seen that coming? Don't want to get too cocky here, kid. We're almost dead. I'm just kidding. Alright, so, kind of need to draw something other than that. Let's just go ahead and hit him with another Elite Spellbinder, and we will go from there, shall we? Alright, let's see what we got. What's going on in that silly hand of yours? Eh, whatever. I'm just going to play that. We'll pass. Probably just going to end a turn tap it. Nope. Gotta be careful here. He has options. Otherwise, we'll just take 4 and just hold up the Interceptor for next turn. Nope. We can undo his damage with the Interceptor, but let's see if he wants to do anything else. Doesn't look like he does. Sure. We could race it, but I don't think that's a winning proposition. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Save it for the double spell next turn. Otherwise, what do we got going for us here? Not much, right? Let's play the blue. Hold up the Interceptor, but what does it do? It doesn't really do much, does it? Alternatively, we can make things cost more, and then Brutal Cathar. It's not a terrible idea either. The Cathar will get hexproofed out. This will get bigger. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and... Do I want to just attack? Sure. Let's start getting some damage in. Okay. See what he's got. Just hold up the Interceptor. Otherwise, we'll just flash it in end of turn. Connive. Probably connive away the... Sure. Let's connive first, and then see what comes after next. And then after that... And then after that, we'll go from there. So, Homestead Courage, huh? So, I want to give him a free connive. I do not. However, tapping him out does seem pretty good. Plus, we can hopefully connive into something else. So let's go ahead and just go ahead and do this. Gives him another trigger, but there's nothing wrong with that. If we can tap out as much of his mana as we can. Plus, hopefully we can hit something else here. We'll probably pitch the Thalia to make sure our Interceptor is big enough to get some of this life back. We could bottleneck him. Just ditch the Initiate, but the Initiate chump blocks. They all chump block. Yeah, let's go with that. Boop. Okay. Alright, he's going for it. I got no response at this point, so we'll just let it go. Yep. I'm not going to take 10, so we have to block with the Interceptor here. Cool. Boop. Nothing else? Nothing else. He's bottlenecked a little bit, but not enough. So what we could do here... Yeah, this is probably the worst of all ideas. Just gonna leave back 2 blockers. Hit the Homestead Courage. Hit him for 3. And then I'm just gonna play the Hopeful Initiate. Gotta get this Brutal Cathar in there, and the only way we're gonna be able to do that is to start pecking away at him. As long as we can drop a blocker each time, then we should be fine. However, if he ever decides to just make his creature unblockable, at that point we are just dead. Might just be this turn. Yep. Well, we'll see. So it's a 6/6. Hits me for 6, turns into a 7/7. And that's the end of it. Just never got an opportunity to get under that. You see a guard approach, and you kind of got to. We needed to find something else there, like one more, either piece of removal spell or piece of interaction. But then again, it could have been my playstyle. This is interesting. We're on the draw, so I am going to keep it. There's a curve, 2 lands. What I'm coming to play tapped is kind of annoying. So we could either go, we don't draw another land. Go Raffine's Tower. Turn 2, either double Hopeful Initiate or Luminarch Aspirant. Probably double Hopeful Initiate. Because then, theoretically, we don't hit any... Ooh, that's not a good sign. Yeah. The other possibility here is we go Pathway, we play the Hopeful Initiate, play that tap, say the second Hopeful Initiate. It's pretty much the same timeline, just gets 1 more damage in. But let's leave open options. Izzet. Ooh, sorry, Jeskai. Jeskai Reanimator. Ooh, this gets a lot worse. We gotta get to 4 mana. We need to get to 4 mana or 3 mana pretty quick. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be double Hopeful Initiating. Well, we'll see what he discards. Paging Mr. Lorehold. Mr. Lorehold. It could not be. Oh, Kami War. Interesting. Well, then we're going to need the ability to kill artifacts or enchantments. Okay. Restoration of a Ganjo. Again, same deal. We need to be able to kill stuff. So. Oh. Ooh. Nothing really going on there, and I might live to regret that. Do we want to go Luminarch Aspirant? We can't Raffine, unfortunately, because I played this on white, obviously. If we'd have played it on blue, we could have, but I wouldn't have played it on blue unless we were playing the Aspirant. I think we're just going to... No, we're going to play on curve. Let's see what's going on. Oh, we got Devastating Mastery, Sky Turtle. Another Restoration of a Ganjo. Turn target creature it's on his hand. We'll hit that guy. Yep, now we hit a land. We'll probably just keep up the Interceptor from here on out. What did he hit? Oh, he discarded another Kami War. Got back up planes. There we go. We're going to master. Nope. Apparently not. Okay, that makes things a little tough. Well, we can go... Yep. Actually... Let's get rid of something here. Is there anything in his graveyard going on? We got the Faithful Mending. He can respond to it. That's alright. See how he feels about this. We'll target the Faithful Mending, because at least that way it'll throw off the Sky Turtle. Yep, you don't say. Not that he was going to Sky Turtle, but at least this way it forces him to do it. Card neutral. As opposed to card spinach. Okay. Things we don't care about. Get him. Get him. Probably going to see a Devastating Mastery this turn. But we'll see. If he goes Devastating Mastery, what's our play? Probably just let everything die. Yep. Appears that is the plan. Well, that's a relief. Is he going to go for the other one, I wonder? We're going to just pass. We're going to go Interceptor for whatever potential play. Or we'll just play it in a turn and then double Aspirant. Or Raffine. Maybe he'll just go with the Ganjo. Whatever he plays, we're going to intercept. If he plays nothing, that's a little sus. The good news is, Interceptor is not something... Let's see, he left up no blue mana. Or no, red mana, excuse me. Let's see what we have. A land. Land doesn't allow us to go double play, so yeah, we'll stick with the land. Boop. Back to the depths from which you came. Yeah. Alright. Let's go with... We got all the white we need. We're going to make sure we're sticking out for blue this time. Let's go with Raffine and Luminarch Aspirant. If he wants to bounce the Interceptor, it will not be the worst thing on the planet. I'm just going to throw it on the Raffine. I don't want to miss the counter, considering if he does decide to bounce. Which would be fine, of course. Oof. That's pretty good. Go for it. Who's he going to bounce? If he bounces the Interceptor, that's just awesome. Nope. He's going for the Devastating Mastery. Of course. I always forget that it does have other modes. Well, now we're going to get Devastatingly Mastered again. Huzzah! Sure. Draw. Pass. He's got double red this time, so not quite as good on the Interceptor on the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, but we'll see what he does. Maybe he'll go for the whatchamajigger over there. Restoration of a Ganjo. Yeah, I gotta remember Sky Turtle's got other modes. But it is always better to just get these things out of the way now. What do you got for me, opponent? Brilliant Restoration. Wow! I did not see that coming. And that's not even a joke. Okay, well, let's hope this is good. Otherwise, we are quite dead. It is not. Let's try to find a... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah, we are probably dead here. We'll see, though. Lord. Yep. Jeez. Yep. Yeah. Back-to-back Devastating Masteries, definitely not doing us any love there. Let's pass. Oh, wait. Nah, we're about to lose our hand. Nah, we're out of here. Yeah. Nah, we'll shoot him a GG and say, good game, opponent. Good game. Just not enough pressure in that early game, and that's where we need it. Oh, I'm on the play. Sure, it seems reasonable. Yeah. Probably just going to lead on the Shipwreck Marsh since we don't have a 1-drop. I mean, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It does allow us to keep our options open for as long as possible with the pathway, because we might need double white before, well, with our currently hand, probably not. So we'll go with the Marsh. Go with the Dragon into the Aspirant. Ooh. The Mirror. Theoretically. Let's see what opponents got. Sunset Revelry. This is not, in fact, the Mirror. Do you want to go with the old Brutal Cathar attack plan? Or Raffine attack? I'm thinking Raffine attack. Let's connive. Hopeful Initiate. I'm going to get rid of the tower. Jump. Yep. Okay. Ah, so this is straight up like Esper Control, eh? Sure. Thinking Brutal Cathar on the Ninja, then attack. He's not gonna block with the Ninja, so let's start with the attack and keep our options open. Connive. I like Thalia here. Is the Sentinel going to be doing anything? I guess we'll go Sentinel and a land. And then well, it does allow us to do double 2-drop, which is nice, but we are planning on Brutal Catharing, so we want to probably just... No, we got to make our land drops. Oof, that would have been bad. Alright, so we go Thalia, Sungold Sentinel, so we can get rid of a Hopeful Initiate and a land, and then we'll just hold on to the Brutal Cathar for next turn. I think I can dig that. Yes. He'll get a draw out of his Shizuki, but no biggie there. Alright. We got double white. Do I want triple white or double black? Can't think of anything I'm in double black for. I say famous last words, right? So let's go Sungold Sentinel. And, of course, Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Thraben, Guardian of Thraben. Should be the Guardian of Thraben. Block. Ah. Where's Mazavith when you need it? Oh, that won't do anything. What? What is that? What do you know that I don't know, Kaido? Seriously. Why you gotta taunt me like that? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Never mind. That's tough. Well, we can kill the Kaido this turn. I just don't want to walk into anything crazy here, so let's see what happens, shall we? Do I want to get this Adeline on the board, or do we want to wait for the Wandering Emperor? If we play the Adeline, does it make a difference? It does allow Raffine to connive for one more, but I think we're alright. So let's go. Okay. Let's make Thalia a little bigger. Okay, we gotta make sure this dude dies. And it never hurts to make sure this dude dies. Who's gonna get connived here? Oh, probably the Sentinel, because he can gain protection. Hexproof from a color that turns and protection if we have 3 or more yada yadas. I'd put it on the Raffine, but the Raffine is attacking the Kaido. He's already dead, so let's try to get someone else through. Let's put it on the Sentinel. Get rid of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty good. 1. That's the easy one. 2. No, that allows us to double drop. 2, 3. I might regret that. 4, then we just go blue, blue, or 4, and then go boom, boom, keeping those. If that's the case, don't want the Wandering Emperor. We can't get rid of all of our creature removal, so I guess we'll keep the Wandering Emperor over that. So then we go land, Spellbinder, sure. We got the Wandering Emperor for backup. So blocks there, chumps there, takes 3, and we kill the Kaido. Yep. Oh, I guess I didn't need the land. That's okay. Sure, plans well, quick, mana cost 3 or less. Vanishing Verse. This ain't coming down for a while, so yeah. Obscura Charm gone. I'm actually gonna hold the land. It's got a Vanishing Verse that costs 3. So we're definitely going to be conniving onto our Air Force from here on out. Okay. Got a ways to go to 7 mana. Alright, so Vanishing Verse is the name of the game, eh? Okay. What needs to happen here? We have Wandering Emperor on the battlefield now, so let's go next. Let's put a +1/+1 counter on Raffine. Okay. Now Sungold Sentinel is officially online. And we're going to start conniving right there. Get rid of that. Ooh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where we go Spellbinder? The Farewell, which already costs, what, like 7? Yep, so 7, yeah, let's just do that. Yep, blocks the 7/6. We're not going to worry about protection until we need to. Yep. Yep. Let's see, 5, 8, 11. Yeah. Sure. Seems reasonable. Gonna hit the Thalia? Sure. It's all for me, kind sir. Can't fare well. Oh, I mean, sorry, he could fare well. I just don't think he will. Spider Queen. Sorry, homie. This is why we play the card. Yeah, oh, sorry. Good game to you as well. Good game as well. Yeah, that's the big thing. Like, that was, in a nutshell, how the deck is going to operate. You start with a white weenie base, and then we have tools. So, Mono White Esper. Opponent goes first. Again, this seems reasonable. Turn 1 Tower, turn 2 Pathway, turn 3. So, turn 2 Pathway, and then depending on what they're up to, it'll either be Thalia or Aspirant. Most likely Thalia. Being on the draw, we really need as many ways as we can to lessen, ooh, Grixis. Lessen the impact of missing that first play. So if we can slow him down with a Thalia, that should be good enough to at least do stuff. I don't know. Of course, the big downside to this is if we run into something like, I mean, just any number of removal spells. Tainted Indulgence. Interesting. Thalia into Raffine. Wait, what was that? What was that? Oh, great. Grixis Reanimator. In that case, we got to get to Interceptor ASAP. Brutal Cathar will be good eventually. What's this Raffine? Draw. Oh. See, this costs 5. I want to discard a land. Luminarch Aspirant. Next turn. What's the next turn going to be? So, we got the Brutal Cathar for when the reanimation goes off. Let's just pitch Aspirant. We're not going to be playing it anytime soon. Starting next turn. We're not going to be doing much outside of just turning things sideways. Luckily, there was nothing foretold, so we don't have to worry about a reanimation spell this turn. Shipwreck Marsh. Let's keep it going. If he's got removal, we just let it happen. We need to find a... Oh, what do you call him? We need to find... Well, let's see what we find. What do we do? It's between the Cave of the Forest Dragon. Won't be able to play this till next turn, so I think we have to keep the untapped lands. I could have ditched a Brutal Cathar, but that's okay. Already played the land, that's all for us. Just hold up the Interceptor and see what happens. Death happens. If we Obscura Charm that, does that do anything? I don't believe so. Now we have Wandering Emperor as an option as well, so I imagine this is probably going to be a removal or a reanimation spell. So we'll get to Intercept, hopefully get in a fair amount of damage, and then Cathar away the Toxtrol before it wipes our board. Nope. Interesting. In that case, it's just Wandering Emperor. Make a dude and pass. Yep, here we are. 5 cards in hand, and he's got the big score. Holy crap, it's Xanathar! Very cool. Let's make our dude. Let's keep this up. Okay, so he's at 12. We're going to hit for a minimum of 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we have to take the... I think we have to take every advantage we can get. If he just goes for a... I was thinking he'd go for like a Prismari command. Remember your trading. Brutal Cathar. A Hopeful Initiate. And just ride these. Yeah, we just need as much damage as we can here. Okay, here we go. Show me what you got. Let's see, white, 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 blue, blue, black, black. I think we're going to need more black anytime soon. There we go. All right, opponent. It's your turn. Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. Yep. 8 mana. He can pretty much cast anything he wants to. He did. Maybe that was a test to see if it's holding priority or not. I'll say Raffine can still get the job done on his own. Oh, yeah. That was the other one, was Sungold Sentinel. I was looking for either something to mess with his hand, an Interceptor, or Sungold Sentinel to hit the Toxtrol out of the graveyard. Worked out. And we're on the play. Nope, of course not. I mean, we're going to keep it, but it ain't good. I know what you're thinking. Why don't you mulligan it? Well, this right here. If that were the 5-card hand, would you keep it? Of course you would. It sucks, but that's life. Move you way back here. We'll get to you when we get to you. This is mirror match land. We need to draw better cards. Alright, so now we're just going to go Team Aspirant until we hit some lands. At least if it is mirror match land, he's not going nuts, which is good. Brutal Cathar. Elite Spellbinder. Have at it, my man. It's going to be an interesting one. I imagine he'll probably go for something on this half, but maybe not. Maybe he'll be... Yeah, Brutal Cathar is usually always what it ends up being. Alright, so we're gonna go. We're not gonna be attacking, so we're just gonna go Luminarch Aspirant. Put the +1/+1 counter on himself and then pass. So we can set up for a big attack next turn. We hit that 4th land and we're in business, baby. We don't. Well, that was fun. While it lasted. Here she be. What is this? What is this? Has vigilance. When it dies, return to the best creatures enchanted player. Oh my goodness gracious! I've never heard of such a thing. Thalia, Garden of Thraben. So we did not hit what we needed to there, which is fine. We could play the Sentinel. No, because we gotta put the +1/+1 counter. Yeah, let's just play the second Aspirant. Alright, so this will turn into a 2/3, so this has to be a 3/3. Oh no, it won't, because if I attack, creatures enter the battlefield tapped. Do I want to trade my Aspirant for a... Yeah, I think I do, actually. Because creatures enter the battlefield tapped is somewhat obnoxious, but at the same time, you gotta get the Spellbinder out of here while we can. We're not getting to 5 mana anytime soon. Nope, he's just taking it. Because now he's gonna crack back for a bunch. Yep. Yep. Oh, opponent's janking it up and I'm loving it. Yep, pretty good. Hey, Wandering Emperor, I don't think you're doing anything here soon, huh? Oh, they have double strike. Oh, that was fabulous. Oh, man. Wow. I was wondering why I saw something happen. My peripherals were like, wait, what just happened? I'm not dead. And it's like, of course. How far? Okay, well, this is fantastic. I take it all back. Opponent, I like what you were doing here. +1/+0 is vigilance. Enters the battlefield tapped. Oh, very nice. And then, of course, creatures you control that are enchanted or equipped have double strike. All right. All right, I like it. Man, that last one was awesome. Perfect curve up to Halvar. Oh. Again on the draw? Are we just like on the draw every time? Ugh. I don't like it. I really don't. I feel like maybe I should be a little more aggressive in my mulligans. But at the same time, it's like, it's very difficult. In a sense of... Right, so, depending on if we draw anything. Huh. Opponent's not doing anything. Oh my lord. Go with the Aspirant or the Thalia. He's not doing anything, so I'm gonna go Thalia here. If he's got some kind of removal or something. Or if he just wants to blow up my lands, I wouldn't mind it. I have a decent amount of basics. Let's go get a plains. Oh, I guess I don't have a decent amount of basics. Oh no. Oh no. What deck list am I thinking of? Oh no. We in trouble. Oh yeah, we in lots of trouble. Okay, we need to hit an untapped land. We're gonna get blowed away. Oh lord, that ain't good. What could he possibly have? Something's holding priority over there, but what could it be? I'm so confused. What could it be for... Because there's a Thalia in play, so what could he have that's holding priority? Ow! Fair enough, but still, ow. Ow, opponent. Ow. Okay, I'm just gonna keep playing this game. Oh, Lord. Man, land destruction is a beast. He's like, Oh, hey, I appreciate it. I thought he was getting ready to Field of Ruin my land. All right, we really need an untapped land here for this Spellbinder. Otherwise, we're just going to keep playing. Love it. See what he's got. It's got to be an Arcane Bombardment deck. But how many does he have is the question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That costs 6. March of Swirling Mist, Goldspan Dragon. Oh man, there's so many things. Alright. I guess we'll get the one that wipes our board. So if he goes... Yeah. If he just goes Goldspan Dragon, attack, then Brutal Cathar ain't doing much about that. March of Swirling Mists on top of it. Wow. Okay, we might have a... No, maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well, he's got March of Swirling Mists. He's got... He can't Goldspan Dragon, which is nice. He can Dragonspire, though, which is obnoxious. But that's all he can do. What do we got? Come on, untap land! Ah, that works, too. Just keep getting in, baby. Wish I'd have hit that 4th land, but... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Our board is about to be wiped. Which non-giant creature? No one here's a giant in hiding, right? Man, we really need to hit that untapped land there. We can hit the dragon. No, he's just going to wipe our board. There's no reason to extend anything into it at this point, is there? Yeah, I can't think of anything. Nope. We really needed that untapped land there. If we could have Obscura Interceptor, the game would be ours. As it stands, we're dead. Not dead, but here comes the Battle of Frost and Fire for all Zamana. Wipe everybody down, and now we're in trouble. Big trouble, trouble, trouble. Not what I needed to see. Looks like his March is holding priority. We're just going to try to... Alright. Yep. Hey, maybe he'll tap out entirely and think that he's safe at 1 and we can sneak the Raffine in. Totally could happen, right? Totally could happen. 1 on top, 2 on bottom. So next turn we got something big coming. Man, Obscura Interceptor. You let us down? Actually, no, the land destruction got us. Here we are. Oh, he's not going for it. That doesn't work like that. I was going to say, we got it! Oh, it doesn't work like that. Okay. Alternatively, we could hold this, but then we can't use it. Derp. Alright, let's do this. Just going to bounce it. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. I imagine he's going for the big score here. We could intercept it, but I just don't know what good that does. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's he going for? Here we go. Let him draw 2, discard 1, and then let's try to intercept. Connive. If I could discard the Luminarch Aspirant. Let's discard the second Raffine. He's got many ways to get rid of our Raffine. Or Raffine, Obscura Interceptor. Yep, Dragon's Fire will do it. Alright, we got Brutal Cathars up the wazoo. Get this dragon out here and we're in trouble. So he plays it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're just same plan. Just gonna try to stall the best we can. Basically just have to sneak across that finish line if at all possible. This time he can replay it, but at least it'll cost him. Connive, Raffine. That one. He can, like I said, he can just replay it. That's not the goal here, is it? The goal is survival. If he doesn't replay it, then we will 100% Elite Spellbinder. Yep. 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 I appreciate it. Now we get to do it again. mean, he knows we have it, and we're just going to keep doing it. If he just goes for something like... Let's do the time warp again. I don't think that works like you think it works. I mean, that's still... We still get to... Yeah. Well, I was walking down the street just to having a thing when a snake of a man gave me an evil wing. Took me up and up his eyes. He had a pickup truck in the devil's eyes. He stared at me and I felt the change. Time and nothing ever would again. Let's do the time warp again. Only a 6 mana. He can't flash back the memory deluge just yet. Let's do the time warp again. Double spells on the table. So who's going bye. I hate to do it too, but boop. Look who it is. What's up? Okay. Okay, so he's got the March and one other card. I think we just attack, right? Yes. Let's see what happens, shall we? Anything I could do about this? I don't believe so. Because even if I Wandering Emperor and respond with hitting Goldspan Dragon, he can respond with March of Swirling Mists. I think we are in trouble, folks. I think we are. Sure. Not much I can do about that. Oh, this ain't good. I mean that. How does that work if the Brutal Cathar gets phased out, I wonder? Yep, you don't say. Alright, now we are most likely screwed, but he's at 4, so you never know what we can sneak in here. We ain't dead yet. However, we are running out of options. Actually, we probably are dead in all honesty. Yep. This one just went a bit too long with a bit too much dirtling. Too much dirtling and our opponent being mono answer dot deck. Okay. That doesn't make a difference. Okay. Hello. Goodbye. Man. What you gotta do, right? Oof. Brutal. And we are back. Ended up going 3 and 4, unfortunately. Oof. Boy, you can see, I mean, first off, the play versus the draw was just embarrassing. I mean, we did a lot better on the play, as White Weenie tends to do. We had a lot of issues on the draw, but I would say the biggest thing to come out of this, I mean, if you look at it right here, can't believe we lost. I mean, I can't believe that White... that wasn't just White Weenie we lost to. That was awesome. That was almost like White Weenie combo, and I loved it. However... I mean, we're definitely going to struggle when we don't have that early run, and against things that get to their end game, it's going to be an issue. So that's definitely an issue we got to take into account. However, you saw against traditional control lists that weren't just mono removal, Leer backup plan type decks, we did pretty well. Now, the mana base, as we saw, isn't without consequence, as opening ourselves up to slowing down because not all of our things are lining up, or we're drawing too many things coming to play tapped, offsetting our tempo in addition to being on the draw, is definitely going to, well, it's going to punish us like a lot. So this deck, I'm not going to say it's very draw dependent. However, I do think it's tough to say. I do think there is a situation where we need to clear up a little bit of some of the techier things like Hive of the Eye Tyrant, Ottawa, even though I do love Ottawa, and a couple of the Deserted Beach and Shattered Sanctums for a bit more in the basic category or a bit more in the come to play untapped category. But then again, that's going to screw us, as we saw in some of those games as well. So it really is a tough balancing act of being able to support 3 colors while being able to have a monocolored curve, if, of course, that makes sense. As far as changes go, I mean, that's the big thing I can think of. Like, we got to figure out a way to take this same idea, support our Esper friends, but at the same time, not affect our curve so heavily. And it is a juggle. It really is. Because, I mean, these are both looking to be exactly where they need to be on curve. So you need untapped lands, but you also need... Like, I definitely think we should have probably... I mean, we got all the pathways. It might not have been a terrible idea instead of Shipwreck Marsh and a couple, maybe Shipwreck Marsh. Again, I go back and forth on Hive of the Eye Tyrant. It's such a good card. Okay, let's keep it. Let's keep the main land, but we get Shipwreck Marsh and Deserted Beach, and maybe we get... I do think we should just take the other pathway. It would have been better than Shipwreck Marsh, and I would say probably Shipwreck Marsh and Shattered Sanctum, or Shipwreck Marsh and Ottawa, although again, Ottawara. I'd say actually Shipwreck Marsh and 1 Sanctum I could see turning into the other pathway. Yes, it's off color from white, but it is off color in both of our off colors, and having it as a 2 of that is always guaranteed to come into play untapped will make a huge difference. The only time double white does come up, 2 things. 1, double spelling, which of course with a white weenie base we're going to be doing, or 2, Wandering Emperor / Adeline, which didn't come into play too often. Overall, aside from some clunky draws, I do feel there's a lot to be had here that gives us a bit of an edge over traditional white weenie. And it is really these 2 cards, particularly the Interceptor. The Interceptor is fantastic, so this is your game. If this is your thing, then I say go for it. It was a lot of fun, one way or the other. That whitelist, I got to try to track that one back down, but... if you made it this far, hey, feel free to hit a like, subscribe. Thanks for sticking around. Otherwise, I'll just see you later.